I love parties. I just love the overall energy of everything going on. Meeting all the people, hanging out with friends, it's just a lot of fun. And recently I actually got an invitation to one. I am formally invited to the 55th annual Parking Lot Palooza. They didn't say to bring anything, so I'll just let everyone know I'm bringing Nintendo Land.
This always happens.
Well, it's time to do what any lonely Nintendo fan would do.
Hey, yo, what's
Well, it's time to do the second thing that any lonely Nintendo fan would do. Party for one, baby! So, you made the Wii U. Whoops. What do you do with the launch of it? Just make quite possibly the greatest party game Nintendo's ever produced. I will always and forever die on the hill that Nintendo Land is one of Nintendo's greatest multiplayer games ever made. The entire concept is just so fun to begin with. A theme park based on various Nintendo properties, not even just the big ones like Mario and Zelda. You get games based off of the series Murasame Castle, Game & Watch, Balloon Fight, and more. All played with your own Miis and cute little costumes that change depending on the game. I love how even the manual is like a brochure you'd get if you were actually visiting a theme park. The game features 16 different attractions where you can team up, battle it out, or go solo. Wow. So let's kick off our pity party with the solo games. These are the ones I don't really see people talking about when they bring up Nintendo Land. They're definitely the ones I remember the least, and if I had to guess, it's probably because, well, this game is at its core a party game. It's not really as fun to play a single player game with a group of your friends, you want to play together. But if they're still fun, then maybe people are just overlooking them, you know, maybe it's just they never gave it a shot. So let's kick things off with Yoshi's Fruit Cart. We hop right into the car of our nightmares and draw lines. You move your Yoshi cart by drawing a line on the gamepad to collect fruits that's only visible on the TV screen. Get all the fruit, reach the exit before your stamina runs out, or before dying 3 times. Yeah, that's it. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention, sometimes the fruits move. This is basic as all hell. I feel like this really didn't need to be a Wii U game. It would have worked just as well on the DS or 3DS. It's really not that hard. 20 minutes later and you've beaten it. It's just kinda boring. You know what's not boring though? Time Crisis. Or I guess just on-rail arcade shooters in general. Even the ones that aren't really that good, like Terminator Salvation or Halo Fireteam, are still enjoyable. Well, this is Takamaru's Ninja Castle, based off the mysterious Murasame Castle. In this one you go screen by screen shooting shurikens at little origami looking ninja dudes. And this is an example of something that wouldn't really work on anything else. You hold the Wii U gamepad sideways, and using the stylus you swipe to throw your stars. To aim, you just gotta use the gamepad's gyroscope. Hold it up to reload your ammo. It's a lot of fun. You even get power-ups you can use by drawing certain shapes on the gamepad. It is pretty short though, only running around 10 minutes long to beat it. But the game does allude that there are secrets to find, a longer path, and there is more room on the gamepad for other moves. But this is a really solid game. I had a lot of fun with this one. Octopus Stands. This one is based loosely off of Game & Watches, and I mean loosely with a capital E. It's a rhythm game, kinda. This little sea diver guy will do some dance moves on both the gamepad and TV screen, and all you have to do is match them. Simple? Yes. Fun? Not really. It's really just a weird kind of Simon Says, loosely fit to a rhythm. There's times you have to turn the gamepad on its side to do a move, and it just never really feels right. The gamepad is just too big to do a move like that quickly. The challenge of it comes when you spin around, meaning your movements are mirrored on one of the screens. But all you have to do is look at the other screen, it's not mirrored on, and then you're fine. Sometimes the octopus will spurt ink onto the screen, but it's as much of an inconvenience here as it is in Mario Kart. Not very. Captain Falcon's Twister Race. See guys, Nintendo does remember F-Zero. I've never played an F-Zero game because... yikes, but if this is any indication of what it's like, holy sh**, I am bad at F-Zero. So in this one you take control of the blue Falcon and you just have to reach the goal before the timer runs out and without falling off the edge. There's a serious lack of control whenever you take air off of any of the ramps, and I just cannot stick the landing half the time. Is this a me problem? Yeah. On the gamepad you have a top-down view, while on the TV you have a behind-the-back view. I honestly never really saw the need to use the top-down view. Everything seemed to be perfectly visible on the TV screen. There wasn't really any time where I needed to look at the gamepad. And like Takamaru's Ninja Castle, you have to hold the gamepad sideways in this one, except since it's 100% reliant on tilting the whole thing to move, it makes it so much harder to control. This one is very... okay. F-Zero is a little intense, let's slow things down with Balloon Trip Breeze. This one is based off of Balloon Fight's, well, Balloon Trip mode. Think of this as essentially a modern remake of it. Use the stylus on the gamepad to nudge your Mii along with a slight breeze, and you just have to avoid obstacles and collect as many balloons as possible until the end of the stage. It can actually get pretty difficult once wind becomes a factor. Then not only are you trying to dodge the obstacles, you also have to fight back against the wind pushing you in a direction. You can also pick up these little presents to net you some bonus points, and it's actually pretty fun to navigate through levels carrying a present, avoiding spikes, fighting the wind, and trying to land in the top spot at the end. I had a lot of fun with this one, honestly. That leaves us with one last solo game, Donkey Kong's Crash Course. Oh my god, this game is hard! So this game is based off of Donkey Kong, released in arcades and on NES. Essentially, it's one gigantic labyrinth you have to navigate your abomination through. How do you do this? Why, motion controls, of course! And I swear, these are the most finicky motion controls out of the entire collection of games. It never feels like I'm going as fast as I should be going. I feel like I have to way exaggerate how far I'm turning the gamepad to actually move. And the platforming. Oh god, the platforming! You have to make jumps, not with the A button, not with the X button. No, you have to use the shoulder buttons. And the presses you have to do, they're some of the most sensitive button presses I've ever experienced in the game. If you're holding that button for just a millisecond too long, you're going to mess up. And that's not even all. There's parts you have to use the control stick to wind the platform around, parts you have to blow into the microphone to ascend the platform and do one of the other actions. It is extremely frustrating to actually play. And I keep playing it! If Donkey Kong's Crash Course were a drug, that would be an addict! I can't stop playing! Every single time I die, I think, I hate this game, I'm not going to play it anymore, and then I keep trying it over and over and over and over again. God, I think I'm developing Stockholm Syndrome! I think I'm going insane. Let's make a tier list ranking all the solo games from least favorite to favorite. Starting at the very bottom, we have Yoshi's Fruit Cart. I just think it's not really that fun. There's nothing really there to keep me coming back over and over again. After that, we have Octopus Stands. It is better than Yoshi's Fruit Cart. That's not saying much. Captain Falcon's Twister Race. It's alright, I just think the controls could use a little bit of work, and after a while, holding the gamepad vertically kinda gets uncomfortable. It's not because I'm bad at the game. Dear God, please believe me, it's not because I'm bad at the game. Next up would be Balloon Trip Breeze. I actually really enjoyed this one. I like the music a lot, and it was a lot of fun going for a new high score. I also think that it's the closest to the original game it's based off of out of all the games. And at the very top, we have Takamaru's Ninja Castle. This one's just amazing. I think it uses the gamepad's features the best out of all the games here. It has a pretty good soundtrack, and come on, who doesn't like on-rail shooters? And lastly, we have Donkey Kong's Crash Course, which gets a very special spot in the purgatory that is my brain.